What's going on YouTube? So I'm here working on a Ninja 250R. As I mentioned before, the bike is in low mileage, but the condition in terms of fairings and cosmetic wise, it's not in good shape. It looks like it's been stored sparingly, like just all over the place. Previous owner didn't really take care of it. The bike has 291 miles, man. I mean, 291 miles, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, I could once I'm done with it, it will look like it. He put the exhaust on there, it's a slip on. Not too bad. It sounds really good. Makes the bike sound awesome. So, um, once I put this back together, you guys will see the final result. It's just kind of funky right now, so I'm working on just cleaning it up. Because you know me, I am very OCD with my bikes, so this is completely the condition of how I would keep my bike. So let's just give you guys a disclaimer. Like this is basically how I don't keep my bikes. It's all dirty, gunky, and everywhere inside the fairings. I don't know how that dirt got in there. I think it just really literally sat. So I'm about to do a first oil service on this, even though it's only 289 miles. I bought oil, oil filter kit, the oil. I'm gonna change the oil on it. Doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna change it again at maybe 1,000 miles, and then I'm just gonna go by that. Basically that's gonna be my baseline. That's gonna be my base. I'm gonna start a new baseline because I don't know what happened to this bike. I think the previous owner just bought it and just let it sit. So we got to start somewhere. Like I said, the fairing, this side fairing, is cut in half. So it cracked from this portion here. So the top part is cut off from the lower part. It should be one piece, like this one here. So that's the right side. It's in good condition. I don't know if I should replace the whole fairing. I like this color scheme. So yeah, it's kind of, that's the project right now. This is for my wife's bike, so we're working on that. So she's gonna start riding pretty soon, and I actually enjoy this bike. So all right, see you guys in the next one. Hey, what's going on YouTube? So we're here, part 2 of my attempt to clean up this Ninja 250R. The bike has been definitely stored outside. There's a lot of bugs living inside the area. This area here, there's some spiders that came out as soon as I started spraying water. This is a tricky thing. I don't advise people doing this, but the bike was really dirty inside and out, so I had to really spray water in there. I have a blow dryer, you see right there. So as soon as I sprayed water, I blow dry it really quickly. I don't let the water sit. So it's a tricky thing. We're gonna see later if the bike still starts. So, but I can't really stand the dirty bike. So it looks like the bike was stored outside, even though it's brand spanking new. So once I'm done with this, you guys will see the final result. As you expect, it will be really clean. I'm hoping to replace that cracked panel, but since my wife is gonna be learning on this bike, I shouldn't yet. So, but this is a really fun bike. You grow to appreciate, even though the bike is slow, you appreciate a slow bike once you've been riding a really big bike. When you can really max out, it's really fun. So I'll see you guys on the next installment. I'm starting to just dry up here. I'm drying the bike. Also at the same time checking out, what other stuff I need attention. But so far it's super clean. It's brand new. It's missing one screw here, but that's no big deal. I think the buyer didn't really tell me the whole story. I think he dropped it, but it's weird because it doesn't really show it. But it's weird. It's a weird situation. But the bike is brand new from what it looks like, from what the title looks like. So anyway, let's see this side. Yep, simple, nothing much. Twin cylinder, 250cc, all cleaned up. All right, YouTube. Here is the first start after the wash. Okay, choke on. Ooh. It's, you gotta play with the choke. There we go. So as long as you blow dry all the water and make sure it's all dry in the electrical side, should be safe to start, but do that on your own risk. I can't recommend any special way. I just did it on my own. I have my own ways and it works out, so that's how it is. This bike looks good without a fairing. I might maybe while the wife is learning on it, I might just keep the fairings off. So, yeah, this choke thing is annoying, but you gotta use it. Yeah, that exhaust sounds good. Yeah, it's all cleaned up now. I might put the fairings back, but I have to tape the crack first, make sure it's not janky or anything, so that'll be the next thing. 291 miles right now. Let it warm up completely. Let all the water, let all the water drip out. And let the bike dry itself. So here it is. Looks like it got warmed up, so that's how it idles. Maybe it needs a little bit more help. It's still cold. And it's really nice right now. I'll put the fairings back and I'll see you guys on that video. It's going on YouTube. So I apologize for the messy garage. It's about 11 p.m. at night. Just got finished finalizing all the maintenance on the bike. I flushed the coolant. I replaced it with engine ice. So there's a lot of debate on what to use. That's a 50-50 premix. So some people are saying just use water wetter, just things like that. But I think that's gonna work fine. It's also approved for most tracks, if not all. So it doesn't freeze where I am, so I could use water wetter, but it doesn't have anti-corrosion properties and things like that. So I think it's just safe to just go with that one. So I just went with that. I flushed it, drained the green, OEM fluid. I think that's the Kawasaki oil. I mean, just the factory oil. I think most standard oil when it comes from factory are green. I'm just guessing, but that's how it is. The bike came like this, so I don't know if I mentioned that before. The owner didn't own up to it, but the bike's brand new, so it's cosmetic. Once I removed all the fairings, there's no damage inside. It's mainly really just that annoyance of a cracked fairing, which you could replace for like $350. It's missing a bolt, but for the most part, it's a really nice bike, condition wise. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. It's really clean now. Just I changed the oil too at 300. So basically, I'm starting at a baseline. So, I'm counting starting from 300 miles because I just don't know. It's 2 years. It's been sitting for a long time, so I just can't trust the fluid quality on the bike. So brakes, I don't know if I should even attend to that. It looks fine. It brakes fine to me. Tires, they're still pretty good. I just washed it, you know, make sure to get all the grime out, wash the wheel, clean the wheel, lube the chain. Um, it's really good. The brake pads are still really good. Like I said, the tires are good. I was debating changing that at first, but once I washed it, really looked at it and cleaned it, it's actually okay. Um, let's see. What else to say? So yeah, basically major maintenance. Change the because it's set for 2 years. So every 2 years you're supposed to change your coolant. You know, per the manual, and just I think that's just how it is. Even if you don't use the bike, if the coolant is 2 years old, and I think it's good to change it. Some people don't, um, but I think it's just good practice. It's not even that bad. It's So what I did was open up the reservoir, open up the radiator, drain the using the two bolts, the thermostat and the engine block bolts. I remove those, drain it. I actually just use tap water from the hose. I just put it in the radiator fill cap, and let the water just drip all the way down. Some people debate using distilled water. Personally, I don't really care. I'm not running the water from the tap. I'm just using it to flush the fluid. So, if anything, if there's anything left in there, it's gonna be so diluted because of all the new coolant that I added on there. So it's a bit debatable topic, but it's been a practice of mine to just use garden hose um, to flush it. But don't use garden hose to run in your radiator, you know, for real, for real. just just use it to flush. So that's my way of doing it. I'll make a video of it running because right now it's 11 p.m. I was gonna go out for a ride, but I want to make sure everything's done right. So I took my time. I didn't really take my time. I just took some time to get everything back together. Installed the battery tender, of course. Uh, yeah, it's feeling like, you know, I'm treating it like my own bike, but it is essentially my own bike because, you know, the family bike. It's the wife's bike, so take care of it. And I also want to borrow it from time to time. You know, it's really fun. It's a really fun bike. It's a way different. It's a different kind of fun when you're riding this kind of bike really fast. So hopefully I'll make some videos about with this bike, and then have some fun with it. Um, and then yeah. So I don't know if you guys are any of you guys have a Ninja 250. I doubt it because at this point, not a lot of people will even look at something like a bike like this. I wasn't originally looking at a bike like this, but since we got it now, and I got to ride it a couple times, I'm actually liking it. So I actually want my own one, so I don't have to keep taking hers when she's ready to ride on her own. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.